If you want to earn $100 from your phone, then stick around because today we're going to be talking about 10 apps to make $100 per day from your phone. Paul James here, welcome back to another video today. So I noticed that a lot of people have been commenting on my videos and they're like, well, can we use this method if we don't have a computer? And it's true, a lot of the methods I talk about on this channel require you to have a computer, which is why today we're going to talk about 10 apps, 10 different ways that you can earn $100 per day using nothing but your smartphone. I tried to grab mine, but it's not here. But anyways, it's laying on the ground. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to jump into it. Now, most of these can be done from anywhere in the world. Most of these can get started with no matter your age. So if you're, older or younger, you could probably get started with this, at least with most of them. Some of these you can get going with regardless of your experience level. And all you need is your phone. So if you have a phone, you could probably do this. All right, so we're gonna get into these. Some of these do work in conjunction with the other. So we might talk about one app and then later on down the line, I'll be like, hey, remember that app? You can use these two together to make even more money. So make sure that you don't skip ahead or you might miss that connection, which would be bad. And then also, you're going to want to make sure that you're subscribed with notifications turned on because I answer all questions that are commented on my videos within the first 30 minutes. So if you go within the first 30 minutes I upload and you comment your question, I will be in the question or the comment box answering your questions. All right, so let's get started. We're going to start at number 10 and we're going to work our way all the way up to number 1. Number 10 is an app called Restocks. So Restocks, what it is it follows really high desirable pieces of clothing. These can be things like streetwear items like Supreme, what I'm wearing right now, for example. It could be like shoes, so like Yeezys. It could be things like designer stuff. All of that stuff, what usually ends up happening with these clothes is they get really hyped up and people buy them out. And then every once in a while, like maybe once a week, these items will actually come back up for sale. And Restocks, if you install this app on your phone, will let you know when they come back up for sale. Now, I kid you not, there have been items I've gotten on Restocks. I've taken them, I've bought them for like $100 and I've flipped them for like $500. So you can make a lot of money doing this by just installing this app and then going and selling it later on. Like I said, you're not going to want to miss the connections of what I'm talking about because later on I'll be talking about other apps that you could sell. And so smash a like on this video if you're excited for that to come up here soon. All right, so that's number 10. Number 9 this is a little bit different. This doesn't have to do with clothes, but this app is called Handy. So if you want to do things like cleaning, maybe you're good with tools, you could fix stuff around other people's houses, plumbing, electrical. This is for those of you who want to kind of like get out there and do some actual like manual labor. You can install this app. You can search for people who are looking for certain services. You can post your services and you can go out there and go to someone else's like place and actually do the work. Like maybe they need a fence painted. You could do that for them. Or maybe they need, a bedroom cleaned, for example. This is a great way to get connected with people like that and actually go out there and make some extra money just doing, manual labor tasks that pretty much anyone can do, right? Number 8, this is an app called BookScouter. So if you guys are in college or if you're in school, or maybe even if you're not, but you got like books laying around your house, this is an app where you can go and you can search for your textbooks that you have laying around, and you can actually list it on BookScouter for sale to actually go and resell those books. Think about it. You might have a semester in school, high school, college, whatever it may be, where you're using the book, and then when you're done, you don't need it anymore. Heck, you could go on this app BookScouter and list it for sale. But don't just think that this is an app just for like people who are in school or in college. No, you could even go off to like rummage sales and different things like that, estate sales. And you could look for books that are there and you could start typing them into this app and finding out if they might have any value to it. And you could go and sell them. So that's a really good tip and, an app that you could actually go out there and use pretty much regardless of any age or any experience. I mean, anyone can go out there and do that. Number 7, this is an app called Grailed. This kind of goes back to our other app that we were talking about, which is Restocks. Now, Grailed is pretty much all designer clothes or like hyped up clothing like Supreme, like I'm wearing now. So if you can grab these items on Restocks, this is a good place to sell them. And it's kind of like eBay. Think of this like the eBay for like hyped up clothing, designer clothing. You could come on here, you could resell it. This is what this is all about. It's basically like the eBay for like designer clothes and streetwear. And while we're on the topic of this, before we get into another topic, let's talk about another app out there that's kind of similar. It's number 6 on our list. It's an app called Stockx. I've used this app a lot. I really like this app. Now the difference between Stockx and Grailed is Stockx provides a verification service. So if you go and like buy, I don't know, like a Supreme hoodie on here, what happens is Stockx is basically the middleman. So you might get your hoodie off of Restocks, and then you can take it and list it on Stockx, and when it sells, you ship it into Stockx. They verify it before sending it out to the buyer. So you can actually go and basically they will sell the item for you without you having to do much of anything. You just send it into them, and people can still bid back and forth like eBay, but it's a pretty cool app. I like it. I buy stuff on there all the time, and I've also sold stuff on there as well. I've sold Supreme box logo hoodie on there for a lot of money. Supreme box logo hoodies, they like go for like $160, and I think I've sold one on there for like $1,300, so pretty insane. Number 5 on our list is for those of you who maybe you've got clothes laying around, but maybe they're not like hyped up pieces or designer clothing. You can use this app, number 5. It's called Depop. So this is kind of just for like anything. This could be like just things laying around your house. Maybe you're like, oh, I want to sell my AirPods. Like, you know, I don't need them anymore. Or I want to sell my camera. You can list it on this site, Depop, and it basically creates like a storefront with all of your items for sale. So this would be a site that you could use if you're going to sell like a bunch of items at once, because when someone's already looking at one thing, they can look at all of your other stuff as well. So it's kind of neat because you can resell like anything you have laying around. So we're going to go ahead now and we're going to move into number 4, which is going to move kind of away from the fashion stuff. And we're going to talk about another site. Actually, one more site about fashion. I guess is a little bit different because it's shoes. It's specifically shoes. But after this, we'll move away from the fashion into other things. And you're not going to want to miss what I have in store for you for the other things. So smash a like on the video. But this is called GOAT. And this is, GOAT stands for greatest of all time, if you don't know that by now. But what this is all about, it's about reselling shoes. So I've actually also bought and sold a lot of shoes on this app. It's killer because it just works like StockX where they verify it for you. The only difference is just shoes. So use Restocks, which we mentioned at the beginning. Buy really high hyped up shoes like Yeezys, and then bring them over to GOAT and sell them, resell them for 5-10 times the value. Sometimes it just kind of depends. So it's kind of a really neat app. And if you're into fashion or any of that stuff, these would be go-tos that I would definitely check out. All right, now let's move out of fashion. We're going to move into my top 3 that I think you're going to really, really enjoy if you want to earn $100 per day with an app, with your phone. You don't want to miss these. Number 3 is an app called WordSwag. Now, what this app does is it creates awesome art with words right on your phone. So you may have seen like these cool shirts out there, or maybe like mugs that are out there and they have like these cool looking designs just using text-based designs. Those things can actually sell for a lot of money. You'd be surprised. So what you can actually do is WordSwag allows you to create designs like this. So you come up with like a catchy saying, like go online and look up like catchy sayings that are out there. And you create a design using words with that saying. And what you do is you can use a print-on-demand site like Teespring, like Gear Bubble if you want to put them on coffee mugs. And you can go and then list those for sale on sites like Etsy if you did like coffee mugs, or if you did t-shirts, they get listed right on Teespring. And now you can take this design that you made from your phone on WordSwag and actually sell it using drop shipping, right? It's basically drop shipping, but you don't need to have a Shopify account to do it. Although you could if you wanted, but you could just use Etsy or Teespring or Gear Bubble, which is really cool. And this allows you to get started using only your phone, because you can upload the items to Etsy or to any of those platforms using your phone as well, and not having to be a graphic artist. So really, really awesome app. I use it all the time. I really like it, and I would highly encourage you to check it out. I've actually used this app when I was first starting off with YouTube to design my thumbnails. So if you go back and look at my earlier YouTube videos, you might notice some cool art, and they're on my thumbnails. Number 2, this is an app called TextingStory, okay? And what this does is it creates an animation of basically a text message conversation. It makes it look like you're having a conversation with someone, and you can basically script it all out and make it play like a video of like a text message conversation. Like it might first pop up and say from John, hey, and then from Alex pops up, what's up? You know, back and forth, back and forth. So you're maybe thinking, well, what good does this do? Like, how am I going to make money with this app? That is where our next one comes in. This is going to be number one, and that is Fiverr. And like I said, we're going to connect some of these apps together, some of these methods together to actually earn even more money. Check this out. This is a gig I found on Fiverr. I will make a text message video advertisement for Facebook or Instagram. $45 they make every time they sell one of these. They've got 21 reviews, so they're selling like crazy. I mean, you sell 2 of these a day, you're at almost $100 per day from just using a simple app to create this animated video and turn around and sell it on Fiverr. This is what entrepreneurship is all about, guys. It's about getting creative. It's about using apps in conjunction with each other to provide some really cool stuff for people and to go out there and make some money with it. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, smash a like on it, and you're also not going to want to miss my other video. Check it out. I will try and put a card or something up here, otherwise it'll be in the description. But it's 7 ways to make money fast if you're in a hurry. So if you enjoyed this video, you'll enjoy that one as well. And don't forget to subscribe and turn notifications on, because again, in the first 30 minutes of every video, I answer all questions in the comment section. Alright guys, so we'll see you next time. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I am Paul James. Peace out.